today on episode 18 of the Fit Stoic podcast. For every choice, a consequence. Okay, welcome to the show. This is Corey. Glad you're here. This is chapter 12 of the Gymchiridion, entitled For Every Choice, a Consequence. Here we go. Begin quote. There is a cost for everything. For every choice, a consequence. It's better to fail in your endeavors than to succeed at the cost of your equanimity. If you gain your goals while ignoring your values, you haven't succeeded. All you've done is lose your way. If you believe you can ignore your principles now in order to live them in the future, you are in error. You'll never get there from here. Now, this moment, choose excellence. What are you training to achieve? You cannot build strength by choosing to train your weakness. End quote. There is a lot of meat here, and I think it really cuts to the quick of the importance of focusing on the moment of choice. So as the title says, for every choice, a consequence. We can ignore our values, or we can ignore our principles and keep postponing them until we're good and ready to live them. If we have a goal and we have a standard for ourselves that we want to live, and we keep pushing that off into the future, what we're actually doing in that moment of choice between I'm going to choose something healthy to eat or something unhealthy, or I'm going to choose to work out, or actually I'm just going to put it off to the future. What is it that we are actually training? What are we conditioning in ourselves? If we keep pushing the excellent choice off into the future, we are conditioning ourselves for failure. Because that becomes the habit. The moment of choice is the most powerful way to affect our experience of life. When we keep pushing off the good choice, the right choice, the excellent choice, we are in fact training the wrong choice. We are conditioning ourselves to make the poor choice. There's that old joke about the city slicker that's out in the backwoods, and he's trying to get somewhere, but he's lost. So he pulls into this rickety old gas station, and the attendants, prop back on the chairs, feet up. And the city slicker says, yeah, I'm trying to get to, so-and-so. And the gas station attendant says, well, you can't get there from here. When I said that if you believe that you can ignore your principles now in order to live them in the future, I said, you can't get there from here. Because here, in this moment, this is your future. What you do, what you decide to do now becomes an easier decision to make in the future as well. So the decisions that we make become easier to make in the future. This moment is the moment in which we need to choose in favor of the person that we're trying to be, that we want to be. This is the moment in which we need to choose in favor of the goal that we want to achieve. This is the moment in which we need to, again, choose in favor of the values that we want to live, the excellence that we hold for ourselves, the standard we want to live up to. If we keep pushing that choice further and further forward into the future. All that we're doing is making it harder to make that choice in the next moment. So do your best, no matter how difficult it seems, to make the right choice, to make the excellent choice in the moment. This is the essence of Stoic strength. It's operating with excellence in the moment of choice, regardless of the circumstances. Really think about the consequences of making a poor choice over and over again, just because it's expedient. It's a little bit easier. I'm feeling a little lazy today. What are you training? What are those unconscious processes learning to do? The small moments in which we actually have the ability to direct our lives are fleeting, but they are the most important, because we have an entire history that we perhaps are trying to surmount. And those unconscious processes, all the things that we believe about ourselves, they have a lot of momentum, and it takes a lot of effort. But those are the moments that we have to do our best to make the choice consistent with who it is that we want to be, the excellence that we want to live, and the standard that we want to live up to. So the question is, what are you training? That is the crux of it. Think about the moment of choice and stop postponing. Stop putting it off to the future. Because every decision, every choice that isn't that level of excellence that you want to achieve, that you strive to live, is becoming more and more difficult with every choice that is inconsistent with that standard, with that excellence, with those values, with the principles that you want to live. So in the moment, ask yourself, what am I training? What am I conditioning here? With this choice, what's getting stronger? What's getting weaker within myself? What am I being consistent with? With what I want or with what I don't want? And it very simply comes down to this. You cannot train for strength by training your weakness. And that's the end of another episode of the Fit Stoic podcast. If you'd like a copy of the Gymchiridion, a free PDF, go to gymmanual.com. Thanks for listening. This is Corey. Whatever your circumstance, operate with excellence.